Hi, you guys. Here we are on the new episode of the Good Air of Genna Tours. So I will wait a few seconds that you will come online. Today we are going to be in Sant'Antioco and in the beautiful island of Sant'Antioco. But I don't want to spoil anything. We have a special guest star, Pierluigia Troncia, and let's see. Okay, I will wait a few. Okay, you're coming up. Hi, you guys. As soon as you are online, please let me know if you hear me. If you hear everything that I say, and if you can see me, so that I will be ready if there is something, okay, something going on. I still can't see any comments, so let me know. Okay. So in the meantime, while we are waiting, I want to remind you that I am Claudia and she's Barbara.
Hi, guys.
Okay, together we are Genna Tours, and we are a tour operator that operates in Sardinia, and we love to bring around all the people that want to see everything of Sardinia, and we created this project that is called the Good Air of Genna Tours. And actually, last time we didn't explain why we decided to call it like that. So in this moment, as you can see, we don't get to see to enjoy a lot of fresh air because some of us are basically closed in their houses, and we wanted to bring some fresh air to your houses by showing you so many places of Sardinia. And also, for the people that doesn't know, Genna in Sardinian language means door. So we love to welcome you in the door of Sardinia, and through this door bring you some fresh air. Okay. So let me see, I can see some comments. Okay, ciao Matilda, ciao Manuela. Okay, that's great. So I hope that everybody see me. So let's start without any further ado. I want to show you Sant'Antioco. So the first thing that I want to show you is exactly where is this place. Okay, there we go. Let me show you. Oh, sorry. Okay, just for the people who doesn't remember exactly where Sardinia is, this is Europe, okay? And this is Sardinia, right in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea. And over here, in this is Cagliari, basically the capital of Sardinia, and over here, all on the west side, there is the small island of Sant'Antioco. There we go. As you can see, it's connected by an isthmus, okay? And before it was connected just with one bridge, but I don't want to spoil it too much. And because we are going to see this famous bridge, thanks to Pierluigia. But let me show you, okay, our special guest. And there we go, sorry, okay. There we go, hi Pierluigia!
Hi, buonasera a tutti e benvenuti a Sant'Antioco, almeno virtualmente.
Okay, so Pierluigia Troncia is a writer of Sant'Antioco, and she lives over there, and she doesn't speak English, unfortunately. Unfortunately for me, that I will have to translate all the time, and but she just welcome you to Sant'Antioco virtually, at least. Okay, so. Pierluigia, sei una scrittrice, you are a writer, right? So I actually, over here, I have your book. Okay, so I hope you can see it. This is the book that Pierluigia wrote, okay? It's called Isola di Sant'Antioco.
Un
Go ahead.
luogo senza storie non esiste.
So a place without stories doesn't exist. And why did you decide to call it like that? Perché questo titolo?
Allora, innanzitutto volevo specificare che sono coautrice insieme all'amico fotografo e scrittore Marco Emanuele Matta e nell'intento che ci ha animato c'era quello di essere diretti e far conoscere subito l'argomento del libro. Non volevamo girarci intorno, quindi Isola di Sant'Antioco. Poi, diciamo così, il sottotitolo chiamiamo a corredo. Dice che praticamente non può esistere un posto senza storia, perché dove è stato l'uomo, dove c'è la natura, la storia va da sé, è un tutt'uno. Quindi ogni volta che noi siamo davanti anche ad un luogo che in quel momento è spopolato, dobbiamo sempre pensare che qualcuno prima di noi ha lasciato una traccia e noi con questo libro siamo andati alla ricerca di quella traccia.
All right, all right. So many information that I have to translate. But the first thing that Pierluigi just said is that she's a co-author with Marco Emanuele Matta. He's the one who made these beautiful pictures. As you are going to see inside this beautiful book, there are all the short novel that she wrote together with all the pictures that Marco took of the beautiful place of Sant'Antioco. And this is actually one of the reasons why we decided to bring you to Sant'Antioco, because it's a wonderful place with so many landscape. And she said that she decided for this subtitle because there are so many tales and so many things wherever the people are, obviously there are lots of stories. So without any further information, I want to show you immediately the first place where Pierluigia brought us. This is called Supara e Samongia, and I don't want to don't want to tell anything else. I will just show you. Here they are, the two menhirs that welcome you in the island of Sant'Antioco. They are situated in the isthmus that ties Sant'Antioco to the main island. The popular tradition called them Supara e Samongia, that in Sardinian language are called the monk and the nun. The location where they are is a flatland and is called Santa Caterina Pond. It's a wonderful thing to stand in front of them because Supara is 3 meters tall, and for our American friends is more than 9 feet, and Samongia is 2 meters tall, that corresponds to 6 feet. They have a prismatic body. Between them, there is a distance of 6 meters that corresponds to 19 feet. And Samongia, the nun, presents many votive cupoles carved on it. Obviously, the meaning of all that, it's easy to understand that it must have been for ritual purposes. Because when you are in front of them, you can feel that someone wanted to pay tribute to the strength of the nature and the wonders of it. These two menhirs have been dated to the final Neolithic, that it corresponds around 3200 and 2800 BC. Supara e Samoja tease the imagination of many, many people that in different times lived this place, and obviously even mine. And when I wrote the book Isola di Sant'Antioco, un luogo senza storie non esiste, that I wrote it together with Matta, writer and photographer, obviously I dedicated a novel to this place. And it took the inspiration from obviously the tale that the people always said about it. So again, you shouldn't miss the chance to see them and to visit this wonderful place because, as I said, it's amazing to find it. There we go. Okay. So, thank you very much, Pierluigia, for all the explanation about this beautiful place. So, as you can see, the first thing basically that you get to see in as soon as you arrive in Sant'Antioco, actually even a little bit before, because if you remember, I was telling you that the main island is connected to Sant'Antioco with an isthmus, and this is exactly the place where there are the two menhirs. Okay, yeah. So è right, giusto?
Sì, è right.
Okay. So first I want to thank all the people. So James, London, Queen Barb, and Elisabetta, thank you very much for being here, and all the people that right now are connected and they are watching us. I wanted to ask Pierluigia about this tale that these two menhirs what about it? Can you tell us a little bit about the tale? Not the short novel you wrote, but at least the tale.
Allora,
brevemente la leggenda.
Sì, ok, niente, io penso che tutto sia nato dalla forte influenza che ha sempre avuto la religione sulle persone. Non dimentichiamo che in questo territorio è stata molto forte la presenza anche spagnola, infatti conserviamo, specialmente durante le feste principali tipo Pasqua e le processioni dedicate ai martiri. Vorrei ricordare che Sant'Antioco è il protettore della Sardegna dal punto di vista religioso. E quindi questo attaccamento alla religione ha condizionato tanto le leggende, tanto è vero che cosa viene a rappresentare? Cosa rappresentano? Il distanziamento che ci deve essere praticamente fra l'uomo e la donna, no? Tra il prete, che è una figura simbolica, e la donna che comunque è una suora e quindi non devono entrambi essere contaminati dai sentimenti terreni che come possono essere appunto l'amore carnale, e quindi si è scelto di mettere in evidenza il distanziamento tra questi due menhir per sottolineare il fatto che in certe situazioni era gradita la purezza e la rinuncia ai piaceri carnali. Poi sappiamo tutti come andava realmente e scoprirete quello che è successo, che ho immaginato nella lettura della della storia, del racconto.
Right. So basically, she was saying that the religion has always be had always had a huge footprint in any tale, and in this case, exactly, they say that basically Suvara, it was a monk, and Samonja, she was a nun. They had to stay really far away from each other, and this is actually something so basically, if they didn't stay too close, they actually would risk to become a menhir, so a stone, okay, and but obviously we know that because there are so many tales about it, we know that they didn't actually stay far away, but this is something that you're going to see when if they would you would read the book of Pierluigia. Anyway, the most important thing about the menhir is that it's a clear explanation about the history of Sant'Antioco. So the entire island actually it was habitated by since the Nuragic time, the pre-Nuragic time, because as we said, it was since the Neolithical time. And then it was habitated later by the Nuragic people, and then again by the Punic and by the Roman, etc. Okay, so it was an island that was actually very, very important. In fact, it was called at that time, it was called Sulci. And since the Roman time, we know for sure that it was recognized as the biggest city in all Mediterranean area. Okay, so at that time it was quite huge and habitated, and this happened because obviously, as you saw from the map, it was right in the middle of the Mediterranean, and it was very easy for all the sailor to dock on the port of Sant'Antioco. Okay, and in fact, the next thing that we are going to see is the Roman bridge, and Pierluigia brought us over there. Okay, I will show you immediately. Something very peculiar about the island of Sant'Antioco is the fact that in order to get there, you can use a bridge. So it is an island, but not completely detached from the main island. And this happened not only now, but even during Roman time, when they made the so-called Ponti Manno, that means big bridge, and they used this name because probably there were other smaller bridges. After visiting Supara e Samongia, you are welcomed by this bridge to the island, and that arrive in this condition thanks to the many restoration during all the centuries.
Ad un certo punto però questo ponte viene
At a
grazie
certain time in 1940, thanks to a filling of the pond, the bridge found itself on a field, basically on a green, and not on top of the water, as you can see. So nobody used it anymore to get to the island. Later, in fact, they built a road, and the bridge was completely abandoned. In 2006 has been made the last restoration. By the time, this bridge has become one of the many symbols of the island of Sant'Antioco. And we still go over there in order to enjoy the beautiful landscape of the isthmus.
Tanti simboli che caratterizzano l'isola.
Okay, there we go. We are back. I just want to show you a few picture of the there we go of the Roman bridge. So as you can see over here, you get to see even better the green. Now it's underneath the bridge. Okay, so no water anymore, just a bridge that basically it's right in the middle of a green, and that's because before it was the island over there was all water, and that's the bridge was used by the Roman and even later to connect to tie the Sant'Antioco with the main island. Instead, later, as we told, it was completely covered. Okay, over here you get to see a few tourists or around, and over here you get to see the island. Okay, so after I just wanted to show you a few more pictures about the Punic time. Okay, unfortunately we didn't get to see Pierluigia couldn't go inside because of the coronavirus restriction, so she didn't have the chance to show us, but lucky for us she had some pictures, and this is one of the most important thing about Sant'Antioco. Over there there was one of the biggest necropolis of the Phoenician times. These are called tophet, and they are basically the pot, as you can see, and where there were the ashes of the dead children of that time. Okay, the adults were buried in other in hypogeums, so some tombs underneath the ground level, while instead the child they were buried and burned and put the ashes inside these tombs. Obviously, these small this pot that you get to see, they are fake because obviously they are inside a museum, as you can see over here. But if you get to see Sant'Antioco, you would get to see exactly these were the exact situation where the archaeologists found this beautiful hill with all these tophet. They are so-called tophet. Okay. There we go. Okay, if you have any question about it, I know we have so many information, so just try to keep up. And if you ask, if you put some comments, we'll definitely answer you. Okay. And in the meantime, while I wait for some other question, I would say if we can go a little bit forward, and I want to show you the next place that is right in the middle of the city of Sant'Antioco, and it's called the Piazza Basilica, and Luigia brought us over there, and she will tell us later so many information.
Piazza della Basilica.
Now that we are getting to Piazza della Basilica, we can see on the left this palace. They used to be the city hall. Then it became a school, and now is the public library. From the square, it starts the road that will bring you to the Belvedere. And here it is, the beautiful bell tower. By the way, the greenhouse that you can see on the background is the house of my family. This is the milestone that indicates that here starts the work of Santa Barbara that will bring you around the Sulcis area for 344 kilometers. Here you can see better the height of the bell tower. And even if it doesn't seem so, the bell tower is way older of the basilica. In fact, the basilica has been recently restored and freshly painted. This is the old Basilica of Sant'Antioco, that is the patron of the entire Sardinia. I will not go inside because I want you to come over here to see the wonderful works that they made with the restoration. Inside, you can find ancient treasures, such as the baptismal font, the altar, and the lectern Bible. Also, over here, there is the entrance of the catacombs, the ancient tombs of the first Christians. But you're going to see them in real life as well. This church represents the affection for the saint patron by the entire community of Sant'Antioco. Over here, you get to see, on top of the village, the so-called Suforti. That means the Savoy fortress. So, as you can see, this is a real square where all of the powers are involved, the political one and the religious one. There we go. So I know that Pierluigia chose not to show you inside the church, but I had some pictures. So I just want to show you Sant'Antioco. Okay, there we go. This is the wooden statue of Sant'Antioco, and over here. This is the basilica, and these are actually the remains of the skeleton, and this is the beautiful altar. Okay, so Pierluigia, can you tell us a little bit about Sant'Antioco? Why did it become the saint patron, the protector of the entire Sardinia?
Ma allora, Sant'Antioco, tra i martiri più conosciuti in Sardegna, tant'è vero che possiamo trovare luoghi dove viene venerato sia nella Sardegna del nord che in quella del sud. E Antioco è un nome che veniva usato, ma è di nuovo in auge per tantissimi bambini. Ci tengono proprio a battezzarlo. Penso che insieme a Gavino sia uno dei nomi più usati dai cristiani sardi. Antioco era un medico, così ci è stato tramandato. E quindi, sai, io nella mia fantasia l'ho paragonato un po' ai medici di Medici Senza Frontiere. Lui, fiero delle sue origini e fiero del suo sentimento religioso, si è trovato in fuga ed è arrivato qui, molti dicono portato dal vento, quindi più o meno come sta accadendo in questi giorni quando arrivano i profughi dall'Africa. Lui è arrivato da quei paesi lì, infatti è il Santo Moro, viene detto, perché non è bianco, anche se nella riproduzione molte volte anche di certe iconografie spagnole risulta un po' più bianco, ma in realtà lui non doveva essere proprio chiarissimo di pelle, però era molto bravo.
I will stop you over here so that I can translate, and then later you can. Okay. So she was telling us that Sant'Antioco is actually one of the most known saint over here in Sardinia, and obviously is the saint patron. That means he is the protector of the entire Sardinia, and in fact there are so many child that has been named Antioco for this reason, and also he was a doctor, okay, and they say that it was brought over here in Sant'Antioco by the wind. This is actually something that means that basically it was brought over here through the sea, exactly like like it happens now with all the people that from Africa, they're moving north, and so they find Sant'Antioco and Sardinia. In fact, it was not white, okay? It was moros, it was black, right? Not totally black, something in the middle, right? Ok, so you were telling us, puoi continuare adesso.
Quindi stavo dicendo che praticamente lui si è preso cura delle persone qui, ha messo a disposizione il suo sapere, sia dal punto di vista fisico che sicuramente morale, e quindi è entrato nel cuore delle persone. Tanto è vero che la festa veniva celebrata praticamente da sempre in suo onore, richiamava qui nell'isola, malgrado fosse l'isola disabitata, la festa richiamava folle di migliaia di persone da tutta la Sardegna, nord e sud. Voglio ricordare che appunto è famosissima la chiesa di Sant'Antioco di Bisaccio, dove viene celebrata anche lì la festa, ma un po' in tutta la Sardegna si ricorda e si festeggia 15 giorni dopo Pasqua Sant'Antioco, che poi praticamente è un santo che ha unificato una regione. È tanto sentito il culto per Sant'Antioco. Io ho visto persone commuoversi davanti ai suoi resti, che peraltro sono stati oggetto di tribolata ricerca, perché per proteggere...
So many, I wanted to translate. So many people, they come every year, 15 days after Easter. Thousands of people from the entire Sardinia, they come to celebrate him, and that's because he was a doctor, as we told before. So when he came, he decided to cure the people, their health and also their mind through their faith, his faith, and so that's why it was recognized as a saint in the moment where he died. Obviously, it was martyrized, so he was killed because of his faith. Okay, so next place where we are going to go is something that actually I love of Sant'Antioco, and is called Grutas. I will show you in a moment. In the meantime, if there are any questions, just let us know. We are now in Via Necropoli. This is the road of the hypogenes. Basically, this place, it gives you the chance to visit some very particular houses that has been preserved since in the original shape. Here in Sant'Antioco, in fact, you get to visit the hypogenes. There are old tombs of the Punic time. The peculiarity is that they are being reused as a house during the last few centuries. Here you can see one of them. There you go, you can see even the door.
La porta.
Many families lived here until the 70s, and many people actually they still own it and use them as a storage place or for some parties or festivities of folklore. Now I will show you one of the most beautiful houses. Unfortunately, you don't get to see it inside, but I'll make sure to show you some pictures of the inside, as some of them has still furniture inside of it.
Ed ecco qua un ingresso.
As you can see,
Una
there
un
is
ipogeo.
the
È
staircase
una casa
that
nella
goes
cosiddetta
down,
grotta.
and the house is underneath
Spettacolo,
the
la
ground
scalinata d'accesso.
level.
Ecco qua, ma guardate un po'.
Okay, there we go. So I want to show you immediately a little bit of his grutas. So as you probably learned from the video, these are houses. These are real houses that have been used until the 70s by people. They will live over here, inside here, many family, okay? So we have this one that is actually my favorite because it's so beautiful, and as you can see, it seems like a fairy house. Okay, it's like just came out from a fairy tale, and this I want to show you a little bit on the inside. Okay, over here. There we go. So over here we have, as you can see, table and dishes and the plates and all the things that they would use. Okay. And this is actually really, really amazing because if you think about it, these are tombs that have been excavated during Punic, during Phoenician and Punic time, okay? And so we are talking around 800, 700 years BC, okay? And then later, like 1,000 of years later, has been reused by people, okay? They would live inside because obviously they would use it sometimes even as a shelter during the First and the Second World War. And also they would use it and they stayed there over there inside of these houses even later because obviously they were living in a situation of poverty, so they kept using it even later. Okay, here are some other. Okay. As you can see, they were all excavated and under the ground, the ground level. Okay, there we go. So I will continue. If you have any question, please do it. And then in the meantime, we will see Pierluigia talked us also about the traditional dress of Sant'Antioco. I couldn't show you the traditional dress of the women of Sardinia, obviously, especially of Sant'Antioco. The best one I'm showing you is the one that we used for the wedding or the religion procession or a festivity. This one is called Gipponi, that is an embroidery, and this one is the tulle that is going to stay on top of the capsize, that is always colored of red or blue. It depends obviously on the color of the dress. And then on top of the tulle we put this colored cloth, blue or red. On the shoulders we put sapere sera, a shawl that wraps the neck and the shoulders of the woman to keep her from the look of other people.
corpo della donna da sguardi indiscreti. Vi ricordo,
If you want to watch in real life these beautiful dresses, you can see them during the religious procession they will make for Sant'Antioco 15 days after Easter.
Vediamo presto.
Okay. There we go, Pierluigia. Okay. Oh, you change situation.
Sì, qua la connessione ballerina, bisogna essere pronti ad adattarsi.
You're right. So she had some problem of connection. That's why she disappeared for a moment. But we were talking about your beautiful dress. So I just want to explain you that this dress that you just saw. In the meantime, I want to share with you the image of the entire dress. Okay, there we go. Oh, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry.
Sì, si sono visti. Effettivamente, se mi consenti, posso dire che praticamente gli abiti tradizionali, io un po' così impropriamente li ho definiti appunto costumi, ma in realtà sono abiti. Io posso dire di aver conosciuto mia nonna è morta nel 1995 e ha sempre indossato sino all'ultimo suo giorno l'abito tradizionale.
Wow, it's so beautiful. Stop right there. She just said that this is the traditional dress. Okay, so this is not like a costume, something that we use for Carnival, Halloween, or something like that. This is the traditional dress. So, like her grandmother, she died in 1994, and until then, she kept using this kind of dress. Okay, and obviously not exactly this one. This is the one that we use during for important situations such like a wedding or a traditional party or something like that. But we kept using this kind of dress until basically last century. Okay.
Sì, quindi volevo dire che praticamente gli abiti che si usano che si usa indossare durante le feste tradizionali sono più o meno di 3 tipi: subito in sera, quello che avete visto nella foto che è Samesugrana, cosiddetto, e poi c'è Cussus de Dognadì, che è quello per tutti i giorni, l'abito da lavoro che usavano le donne.
Okay.
Quindi
So
è logico che nell'abito si individuava anche la classe sociale delle persone.
Right. Okay. So basically, there are 3 kinds of dresses. The one for every day, okay, and this was usually of brown or black color, and the other one for the party, okay. What was it called?
For the party, Mesugrana.
Okay.
Mesugrana.
And this was the one of the pictures, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And then the other one.
Gli altri sono, allora, addirittura sarebbero anche 4, perché c'è una versione di le donne, diciamo così, della classe sociale popolare, usavano per andare in chiesa su anneddu, che praticamente era una specie di grembiule che veniva posto sopra il capo perché non si poteva entrare in chiesa
So
quindi coprivano così.
Okay, so basically Suvannedu was the one that the people from a low low social status, they would use it like an apron to put it on top of their head to go to the church. Okay.
Addirittura, se mi è consentito, gli abiti parlano perché, ad esempio, su Mesugrana il celeste indicava, il panno celeste, verde celeste, indicava lo status di donna sposata, cioè addirittura chi faceva il nodo invece le ragazze usavano portare solo il tulle bianco in segno di purezza.
All right. So the green one, it was used by the married people, married women. While instead the girl that wasn't married, she would just use the white one. Okay, so that would indicate that she wasn't married. Okay.
Sì, e vorrei anche dire che l'impronta ormai accertata da diversi studi che sono stati fatti è decisamente un'impronta spagnola, anche se molti pezzi addirittura sono riconducibili ai contatti commerciali con le altre nazioni, perché le stoffe arrivavano dalla Francia, da tutto il mondo, addirittura anche dalla Grecia. Quindi in effetti la Sardegna esprime questa sua centralità culturale nei secoli anche attraverso gli abiti che propone ancora oggi a chi viene a trovarla.
Okay. So she was saying that the importance of the dresses is important not only because of our tradition, but also for the anthropologists and the archaeologists. It's important because thanks to the fact that in the past we used a different kind of fabric, it would indicate that Sardinia was very important. It was right in the middle of the Mediterranean Sea, and it was in the middle of commercial exchange with all other countries. Okay, so it was very important to see that it was used a fabric instead of another one, because it would indicate with other population we were having exchange. Okay, so thank you very much, and I just wanted to show you the next video. Okay, so if you is there any comments, any question? I would say no. Okay, you seem quite happy with all the information that Pierluigia is giving us. Okay, so this moment I will send you a video. Okay, it's a really small one, and Pierluigia is going to tell us later all the information.
Allora, state ammirando, diciamo così, un vestitino da battesimo. Molti di voi sapranno che l'isola di Sant'Antioco è conosciuta in gran parte del mondo per la capacità e la conoscenza che si è riusciti a conservare e tramandare dell'uso del bisto, che sarebbe la seta di mare.
Pierluigia, okay, so she was telling us, but I'm not sure if you heard it, that this is a small dress that it was used for the baptism, but the importance of it is that, as you can see, it was embroidered with the bisso. The bisso is I will show you some pictures now. Okay, just let me show you. So the bisso is basically the remains of the
pinna nobilis.
Pinna nobilis, thank you. So it's a seashell, okay, that lives in the bottom of the sea, all around Sant'Antioco, okay, and it is used because from it there is a particular kind of it is produced a particular kind of cotton, okay?
Di seta, insomma, più che altro.
Sì, silk, exactly, more silk, okay? And and is like a bava. Okay, I will. Okay, and it is and thanks to Chiara Vigo, that she's the only one who knows how to take it from the sea. We know we know that she's able also to work it. I will show you now a few pictures. Okay. Let me see. There we go. So we are here in the laboratory of Chiara Vigo. She's the master of the work of the Bisso, okay? And there we go. You can see it over here. I hope it's right in the right corner of the low corner of the picture. And this is the droll that comes from this particular seashell, okay? And she is working it through their ancient methodology, okay? And she will make this magnificent embroidery, okay, with it. And she's actually she actually lives right near you, right? And
yes.
I'm doing
Near
work.
my home, yeah. Vicino alla mia casa.
Exactly.
Sì. She's
Okay.
my neighbors, è giusto dire così?
Right. Okay. So I want to show you the photo, the picture inside. Okay. There we go. So this is seashell, okay? And these are all the magnificent embroidery that she can make it through this droll that comes out from this beautiful seashell that, as you can see, it stays attached inside the bottom of the sea, right all around Sant'Antioco.
È giusto aggiungere, se mi consenti, il fatto che, diciamo, perché, come ha fatto arrivare fino a noi questa tradizione? È qualcosa che comunque da partire dalla mia generazione fino alla guerra, fino al periodo della seconda guerra mondiale, ci sono state delle persone come il maestro Diane e anche altre signore che adesso mi sfuggono i nomi, che lavoravano questo tipo di, tra le quali anche la nonna di Chiara, e parecchie persone avevano cercato anche di industrializzare questa produzione, ma in realtà non è possibile, perché è un lavoro certosino che impiega, che ha bisogno di tanta attenzione, di tanta cura, e poi non ci sarebbe una resa effettiva. Quindi effettivamente il merito di Chiara, di maestro Chiara Vigo, è quello di aver fatto conoscere anche alle nuove generazioni, ma poi nella maggior parte del mondo conosciuto, questa tecnica che poi si rivela, visto che ormai è protetta, non si può pescare la Pinna nobilis, però rimane l'amore per il mare, e questo è il messaggio, l'amore per l'acqua e soprattutto questo filo dell'acqua cosiddetto, che dovrebbe unire idealmente tutte le donne e gli uomini nell'amore verso la natura. Ecco, più o meno il messaggio è questo. Comunque andate a trovarla, che ve lo spiega lì direttamente.
So thank you Pierluigia. So she was saying an important thing that Chiara Vigo has all this information about how to take this seashell and how to work the bisso, that basically is the fine linen. And thanks to the fact that this tradition comes from all the centuries, because it was orally explain from one mother to her daughter, okay? And it has been always women that they would work the viso, and always they were able to have all the information because it was explained from her. Chiara Vigo actually learned from her grandmother, okay? For a moment last century, they were trying to industrialize this production, okay, and they were taking it from the sea, but it was ruining all the seashells. They were not living anymore. She is able to take the droll without killing the seashell. Instead, when they were trying to make it as a factory, they were killing the seashell, and instead this is actually forbidden, because right now it is forbidden to take the seashell. Okay, so now we are going to the end, so I will show you the last video that Pierluigia took it for us. Obviously, I couldn't not show you the seafront that is in front of the lagoon, where you get to see the main island. There you go. I bet you definitely would like to be here, right? Luckily, I am over here and I will wait for you. You can come and visit me, so you will get to see the place that is the setting of my short novel, La Luna in Laguna. That means the moon in the lagoon.
Ho ambientato
Bye.
uno dei miei racconti.
Okay, there we go. So thank you very much, Pierluigia, for all this information that you gave us. And I can wait to come back over there again so that we can stay all around in the laguna. And I want to thank you guys for to listen to us. And I also want to say that we put in the underneath over here in the video or in the information, you get to see you can buy the book of Pierluigia. And also, I know she's writing another one. Is that correct?
Sì, è giusto. È in preordine nel sito della bookabook.it, una casa editrice online.
Okay.
È in preordine il libro che vede per protagonista un personaggio di Sant'Antioco. Quindi diciamo che parte tutto da qui. Il libro si chiama Pane Rosso, bookabook.it.
Okay, great. So you guys, she is writing another book that is called Pane Rosso. That means red bread. And the protagonist, the main character, is actually, he lived the entire life in Sant'Antioco, okay? And you can even pre-order it. Obviously, you would have to learn Italian, but I'm sure you will be able to understand it. But and I'm sure actually that she is going to translate it. I definitely hope so.
Magari facciamo le dita.
We are going to leave you even this link so you can even pre-order it. Okay, so I do hope that you enjoyed the visit of Sant'Antioco, and we are going to see each other next week for another episode, and we won't see you, we won't tell you about it, but you are going to continue to follow us in Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, so that you are going to have all the information about the next episode. Okay, so thank you again. Bye Pierluigia.
Bye bye.
Ciao ragazzi, ciao Genatur e ciao a tutti quelli che vedranno questo video. Venite a Sant'Antioco. Ci aspettiamo.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.